while doing my undergrad, that is BCom, my background comes with various disciplines, right? I was in IT, I took up finance, I did my internship there. I was like, sir, I am lost in my career, I'm lost in my passion, I don't know my purpose. What will be the future of my career? Uh, he laughed and he said, Bharath, chill out. You're very young to understand the purpose of life. Whatever you're taking, go in depth and understand why you're doing that. Listen to what your seniors say, listen to what your placement committee says, listen to what your uh, elders would say. That's how it works. Take industrial mentors very seriously. So that would be my final point for all of you guys.
Today, we are delighted and really very happy to have our alumni, proud alumni, Mr. Bharath Krishna from PGDM 2022-24 batch, currently serving as Deputy Manager, Mahindra Finance. Bharat's journey reflects steady growth, resilience, and strong commitment to continuous learning. And this is what I've witnessed in a short conversation with him as well. So before we could start, let's start with Bharat's early childhood days and what has brought him to the stage. So hi Bharat.
Hi ma'am, hope you're doing very well.
I'm all well. Thank you so much.
Right.
We are so proud to have you, Bharat. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation to visit our campus and be part of this lovely podcast session. So
Likewise,
I'm super
ma'am.
happy to talk to you.
Likewise, it's always fun and it feels great to be back on the
Nostalgia.
campus. It's always a nostalgia hit, right?
Yes.
Yes. So my background is that hi, my name is Bharath Krishna, and I'm from the heritage capital of Karnataka, that is Mysore. And basically, I did my undergrad there. Post which I thought of pursuing my higher education in the city of Bangalore. I saw some of the campuses physically, and then I opted GIBS to pursue my PGDM. Post which I was placed in a company called Mahindra Finance. Uh, I was in the coastal parts of Karnataka in my initial assignment. Currently, I serve as a deputy manager at Mahindra Finance, looking after two crucial areas of Karnataka. So that's about myself.
Excellent, excellent. What made you to choose management as your career path?
Right. So while doing my undergrad, that is BCom, my background comes with various disciplines. Right. I was in IT. I took up finance. I did my internship there. Post which I thought, I am not that one guy who will sit and do a bench job. So I personally thought that why not explore this field of management. So at that stage, I came across various verticals such as uh, HR, marketing, and finance. So I initially thought of taking finance as my core specialization in management, but I thought anyway I have that exposure, so let's try something new. I might have not enjoyed that uh, in my previous days, so I thought I'll explore some new parts. That's the reason why I took marketing and HR as my core specialization. That's what chose me to take up management at the first place.
Excellent, beautiful, and very realistic, a clear answer. And that shows your position here today.
Right.
Excellent, Bharat. Bharat, now looking at your time at GIBS, during your years 2022 to 24, which experiences, academia or personal or extracurricular, which experiences really played the biggest role in shaping your future and your state of mind?
Uh, uh, it always feels nice because I still remember my first day. When you come from a tier 2, tier 3 city to a city like Bangalore, like you'll come up with a sense of pride and also with a
Yeah.
sense of shyness, right? So how will you cope up with the fast paced environment of Bangalore, right? So all my journey, or it started by saying that you come up with a pride called you are multilingual, you are polyglot, everything you come up with that stage. But as soon as you land up in Bangalore, even a street vendor is capable of speaking 4 5 languages. right? So it breaks your pride, and it says that Bangalore especially, it says that, you know what, cool it down, you're not that special, right? You have to be humble, you have to keep learning,
Very true.
right? So that started my career in GIBS. I was very humble, I was very keen on learning certain things. uh, Post which, uh, I thought of one thing. You will understand the entire college dynamics, you will understand the curricular, you will understand the academia within a span of 2 to 3 months, post which it is your responsibility to go out and explore more. That exposed me to all of the management fests, and the colleges that keeps on inviting you. Top tier colleges in Bangalore will come to your college and invite you personally to come and participate in their colleges, right? That's how you expose yourself to other students. You'll understand how different are they, how different their teachings is, and that makes you even better and better every day. So that is my takeaway in GIBS. Whatever I have learned inside the campus of GIBS, uh, most of it I would take home from the colleges that I have taken outside. But the competitions that I used to participate, the management fest I used to win, I have taken a lot from that angle. We can say that it's around 50-50%. College trains you how to be in corporates, or how management actually works. But to implement that, you may have to step out of college, and then you have to see the reality.
Excellent, excellent. Very beautifully said, Bharat. Bharat, could you just talk about your placement time? You know, the time where you got yourself offered, placed at Mahindra Finance. How did GIBS really support you? How did you feel the connect with GIBS? And what was your feeling and what was your state of mind when you got your first offer?
Uh, Feeling cannot be expressed in words, I guess, right?
Hmm.
But as I told, my background is very deferred, right? uh, I chose marketing and channel sales as a choice, not as a chance. I was Prior to this, I was in HR. I was working in one of the big fours. uh, at that time I thought, the same thing as I felt in the field of finance. I thought, I can explore more. This is not my job. And then I discussed it with my placement team, all of my lecturers at that time. Initially, I discussed it with them. All of them said, why are you choosing this? You can always be better. You can always choose something which pushes you to your limits. I was very confused at that time. I had no clarity. Placement team in particular, at that time, we had a guy called Kiran in the placement committee. He said something which actually pushed me towards this career of mine. I went to him confused. I asked him about, everybody is saying that you can change your career. But I am at that place where if I go into an interview, I'm sure I'm going to crack it, right? I have no issues in cracking it because, your quant, you have cleared it, you have cleared your written exams, only your PI is pending. But
That's a
right,
cakewalk for you,
that we
1%.
can't do that, right? But that's when I, just before the interview was happening at the company where I am in now, I spoke with him for around 30 minutes. He said, people usually say that to very limited people, to push your limits, because they can see that, you are hindering your own limits,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
And when a senior guy who has around 20-30 years of experience, who have seen a lot of students, if he's coming and saying that, you can push your limits and you can go past this, he sees something different than in you, than of others. So it's always good to be in that way. He personally feels, the lecturer personally feels that, sales is the toughest job, let's say, in the market there. So he feels that the toughest job is meant for you. At that time I thought, oh, maybe I can try, right? So I went in, I gave the interview. It's a very funny story. I wrote in the big board, there was a whiteboard, you can write there in the placement committee at that time. I just wrote before the interview that I'll be placed,
Wow.
right?
You manifested.
I manifested. I as you said, clearing both of that, I thought that I would get placed. So that's how it happened. That's how placement committee actually helped me to understand. There will be a lot of confusions in you when you choose an MBA. You'll be coming here with knowledge from various fields. You'll not come here blank, but to channelize that knowledge in a particular way, placement committee is indeed helpful.
Excellent, excellent. And a very beautiful answer, Bharat,
Right.
indeed. So kudos to the placement team here at GIBS.
Correct.
Excellent, excellent. So the shift from student life to a leadership role in one of the biggest companies, how does that feel? And what were the challenges you faced and how did you cross those challenges successfully?
Right. You know, campus to corporate is some of a gap which no one can bridge actually.
Absolutely.
Right. You have to go there and explore everything. Leadership role, it will eventually come when you are exposed with good leaders and when you are exposed with uh, you're surrounded with good people around you, right? So this leadership role, I would say, whenever you're taking it from your manager, your first manager is actually very important in your career, because he will make you understand. You'll get a lot of, even if you don't like, you'll get influenced by him, right? So for me, I was very fortunate that I got a good company, and the team I was working with, it was fantastic. And that's how you actually learn leadership. So leadership can come in many forms, right? You can be a charismatic leader, you can be a strict leader, you can be, very adamant. But for me, understanding what they're in, my leadership comes in such a way where I personally go and work in my subordinate space. I personally go them. I personally go with them and ask them, what you're doing today, please take me there. You know, you'll understand that. Now, for me, I can just take up a call and ask him that, you are not sent a report today. But to understand what he's doing, to understand his daily routine, that is very important for me. So I did that from the very beginning of my career. It's been 2 years now. From day one, whenever I go to a new place, whenever a new joinee, comes to my team, I personally sit with him and I plan his entire day. Like, let's go there, let's make you ease, and then we'll see your entire day. Then we'll start your reports and all. Let's keep it that way. So that is my style of handling a team.
Perfect. Beautifully said. Because until and unless the team feels that comfort, yes, I can push this through, it's going to be quite difficult for the team
And as a manager, I personally feel that your only role is to make their voice reach to the management.
Absolutely.
Sometimes they'll not have the voice to reach it to the upper management because they are on field. We being in the middle of the organization, that's what keeps the management or the entire organization profitable. The field work keeps the entire organization profitable. They know much about the profitability of the company than that of higher management, is what I personally feel. But they don't have the voice, so there will be a lot of hindrances, maybe a language barrier, maybe the confidence issue. You'll give them the credit, you should give them the credit, and you should also make that voice reach the top of management.
Absolutely, absolutely. Beautifully said. Very nice. So, a little coming to student centric conversation, Bharat. For students who aspire to work in finance segments, operations segments, what, as a deputy manager in Mahindra Finance, what is the career path or direction you would try to, and you coming from the finance background as well?
Right. Uh, Firstly, I would say, whenever you choose a field, start exploring that field into its extreme depths, right? When you go to the extreme depth, you'll understand that, oh, I have to work here. This is the business model, and this is how I can contribute to the company. So you'll understand that. And if you thoroughly enjoy what you're doing at that time, as I told, I was in HR, and we were in core HR, HRE, we call it, HR enablement services. We used to cut across all the verticals of HR, right from recruitment to the exit interviews. We were handling everything. At that time, when you know the entire process of HR, you will understand if you're meant for that or not.
Absolutely.
Right. So for the students, I would say go in depth in what you're learning. Go in depth. If you are in sales and marketing, go on field, learn it, and if you are enjoying it, That's your passion, that's your purpose, right? When you're not doing that, when you know the surface level of the job, you'll not enjoy it anyway. So for the students, especially who are coming as freshers right after undergraduation, they'll opt a MBA seat, right? For them, having zero experience, directly getting into corporate, as I told, that gap might feel very huge. Campus to corporate, you cannot expect someone to bridge that gap. Nobody will do that. The placement committee will have certain limitations. They can help you to get placed. Post that, it's on you, it's on your shoulders. At the company, it's their job to make you learn, right? It's not their job to patch up the things in between. So whenever you go with this intention of going into depths of the market, so that would help you a lot to sustain long.
Excellent. Very beautifully said. Until and unless we were talking about purpose and passion as well.
Correct.
Could you link purpose and passion to exactly what you said right now?
Right. That's what I said. I remember a beautiful conversation with my first manager when I was in HR. I was very confused. Right. Coming from that background, I at the end of my tenure, uh, I went to him. I asked him, sir, I am literally lost. I'm not able to feel, what's happening with me. He was like, okay, cool. Let's understand what you're feeling. I told him, I just said one thing. I was like, sir, I am lost in my career. I'm lost in my passion. I don't know my purpose. What will be the future of my career? He laughed and he said, Bharat, chill out. You're very young to understand the purpose of life,
Makes sense.
right? Career, purpose, and all starts after 30, right? Until then, you can keep exploring. You cannot just restrict your mind to a particular domain. You are in HR now. Nobody knows that where you'll be in the next 2 years. If you're not enjoying this domain, please don't be in this domain. From a senior guy who has worked around 20 years in that corporate, coming out of his mouth, it felt like, correct. I can feel, I can always explore more. At that time, I thought, okay, I might shift to my second specialization, that was marketing, at that very time. So it was very collective for me, purpose and passion. Placement team gave some inputs. My manager at the work gave some input. That's how you bridge that gap.
Perfect.
Right? So that purpose helped me a lot. You'll understand. And of course, marketing was more lucrative. I would be uh, not right if I not say that only purpose that drew me to do sales or marketing is my passion. Marketing and sales will be lucrative.
Excellent. Excellent. So we have a lot of students watching this
Correct.
podcast across. So what would you like to say to them if they wanted to explore similar roles, at their own organization or even in organizations like yours? What practical steps should they start taking right now during their PGDM, like internships, certifications, projects, or state of mind, shift in the state of mind?
Correct.
Example.
So, for all of my buddies, all of my fellow juniors, please understand that corporate is very different than that of colleges. You'll not have uh, a set of friends who will be there here. You will be very lucky if your buddy, if your partner who is sitting next to you gets placed in the same company, but won't happen that way. My only thing is that be detached and explore more on the markets that is available to you. Your markets now is that you have plenty of colleges all around. They'll be calling you for management fests, right? Go participate there to understand how competitive the market is, right? So one thing is always that go to different institutions, understand what they're doing. So that would be the very first one. Second thing, as I told, uh, it's always good to explore on what field you are in. What is your specialization? What is your first specialization? Explore more on that. It's not necessary that you'll get into the first specialization, right? Second, minor, majors and minors are for some reason. So you can always, uh, come out with flying colors in your second specialization, in your minors. So whatever you're taking, go in depth and understand why you're doing that. And the third and most importantly, listen to what your seniors say, listen to what your placement committee says, listen to what your uh, elders would say. Take everybody's suggestion, but do things in the right way. Whenever you feel that, this is my passion, this is my, purpose, please follow that, but don't ignore the suggestions have always worked on me, so that's why I keep on saying, understand and talk with people. Whenever you're talking with your group, whenever you're talking with sound minded people, please understand where they're coming from. And most importantly, good colleges, good MBA, PGDM colleges would offer something called as industrial mentorships, right? Please take that very seriously. When you take industrial mentorship very seriously, they'll bring uh, in mentors from the industry who has work experience. Academicians are there for a reason, but industry mentors, they'll come for a reason. They come in, they help you with their corporate experiences. From our batch, the industrial mentorship helped me a lot. I still have an industrial mentor. His name is Gaurav Nigam. Hi, sir. If you're seeing, we'll meet very soon. He's still my industrial mentor. He was very angry when I uh, took this decision of changing from one domain to another, because he was very particular. Like, you should try more. You should try more,
Perfect.
right?
Rightly said.
Because he himself is from marketing background, but he saw something in me. He was like, no, it's not enough. 6 months is not enough. You can even try more. You have that, HR thing in you. Please go. Probably because of my uh, prior works that he has seen, my NGOs and all. But that's how it works. Take industrial mentors very seriously. So that would be my final point for all of you guys. If you have any single mentor, be a guy who has a mentor, right? So that
Yeah.
would be my suggestion.
Very rightly said, Bharat. A mentor directs
Correct.
the path of a confused mind. Because you mentioned that take up the opinions, take up the suggestions. Today, the problem is most of them have multiple suggestions, but as you mentioned, they do not know which to work upon.
Correct.
So, one last question, Bharat.
Sure.
So, in your journey, I've seen in a couple of minutes of discussion and conversation with you, a lot of dialogues we have shared with each other. One thing which I've seen is your patience and your resilience. So having these two, I'm sure anybody could achieve anything, because it is the endurance in our attitude and behavior matters a lot during the commitment of a mistake. Which mistake in your journey till now has taken you to a learning phase?
Okay. That's a very good question, actually. Whenever you're asked, what is your mistake that you took? I've done a lot of mistakes, right? That's where you learn. Success would definitely boost your ego, but whenever you're failed, uh, that's when you learn, right? So I have many experiences. To share one of the experiences where I had failed miserably, is one thing. When I was in my tenure of PGDM, I was in the second year, and we had something called management fest and all, right? In that, this example is particularly because you're very motivated when you join MBA. MBA does that to you. Whenever you join an MBA, for the first 13 days, there will be orientation sessions, there will be speakers coming in. I mean, there is no need of motivation today, because everyone on YouTube or Instagram today holds up a mic and there is a podcast, right? So motivation is all around. But at that time, I was going to all of the management fest and I was winning all of them, right? That certain winning would boost certain ego in you, and they'll say, that might affect you in your placements, that might affect you in your interviews,
Yeah,
because that boosts your ego, that I can clear this like that, right? But you should always understand there is someone better than you,
correct.
right?
Hmm.
keep saying this to yourself that I am the best, but please also have this humility to understand there is someone better than you in the room, and that's how you upgrade yourself. That's how you elevate yourself. So I was in this management fest. So this was 2 days event. There's something called as best manager. That is the only solo event where you can win a solo cup. So all my buddies were saying that were saying, why don't you go and participate in this? You go as a team. I hear stories of you saying that you have performed really well in the team. In the final round, you performed very well. You spoke very well. Why don't you go as a solo candidate? I thought, okay, I'll try. Then I went. The very first day, it was in a prestigious college. All students of all around India came in.
Excellent.
So it was around 60, 70 students who were there, who were best place, who were competing for the first place. There's only one place. There is no second place. Right. So it was a 2 days event. I went in the first day. I said, you know what? Uh, they all of my buddies told, dress up like this, wear a blazer, wear a watch, everything. I was like, you know what? I have all of this. I'll wear all of this in the second day, right? And they were like, okay. Anyway, I was preparing for the best day. What I didn't know is that you'll only qualify for the second day if you get past the first day, right? There were 6 rounds. I killed it on all the 5 rounds. At the sixth round, I slipped because of the overconfidence.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I fumbled in the conversation. My points were not that great. I fumbled, and that's how you got rejected in the very first day, right? I came back. I was very devastated because that was the first time.
I totally could understand.
That was the
on
first
state
time.
of mind.
Correct. That was the first time that I had taken a defeat, right? I thought, okay, let's bounce back. The bounce back story is that 5 days later, we had a similar event in a different colleges. Uh, I was like, at that time, I knew, okay, this is where I slipped. This is the overconfidence because of which I lost that day, and I'll not repeat the mistake. This is my only suggestion. Don't repeat your mistake. And post that again on the fifth day, I won that event, right? So that's how you bounce back. Please don't feel sad, or please don't give up when you lose. Life is always about second chance. You'll always get a second chance. It's not end of the world ultimately.
And
So,
math has infinity in it.
correct. You coming from math background, you'll be knowing it very you know in a better way. I always say this: life always gives you a second chance. Just bounce back.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Lovely said, Bharat. Bharat, it was truly an honor to have you here with me. And this dialogues really had so refreshing conversations.
Correct.
And I'm really very happy about it. How are you feeling, Bharat?
I felt wonderful, madam. Coming from a person of your stature, uh, being a host of today's day, you have taken it very wonderfully. You have made me feel so ease uh, as an alumni. So I feel really blessed of people of your stature surrounding me. That boosts my environment.
Pleasure is ours.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for inviting me today for this day's podcast, and it was really a wonderful day. Thank you.
I really appreciate your resilience, your patience, and your dedication towards what you do, Bharat. So thank you so much, Bharat, for sharing your journey with such honesty and clarity. So I've been telling right from the beginning of our conversation, your clarity is something which attracted me towards bringing up a lot of questions to you. Your experiences from your time at GIBS to building a meaningful career at Mahindra Finance have been truly inspiring. So we wish you a lot of continued success and looking forward to meeting you very shortly, Bharat. Thank you so much for being here once again on behalf of GIBS Business School and all our students, faculty, and our placement fraternity as well. So at GIBS Business School, we believe in shaping not just successful careers, but thoughtful, resilient leaders, and conversations like these help our students see beyond theories into real world impact. Thank you all for listening to GIBS podcast. Stay tuned for more conversations that inform, inspire, and shape the leaders of tomorrow. Until next time, keep learning, keep evolving, and keep believing. And this is Nancy signing off. Thank you.